Welcome back to the 8:30 show. If you like our content, please feel free to like and subscribe. We have a few topics today. I want to start off with Kanye and Bianca Censori. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. That's his wife now. I'm not clear if they got their marriage license, but she claims to be his wife and he claims to be married to this woman. She's beautiful. She's absolutely drop dead gorgeous. There's been rumors that she's gotten a lot of stuff done to herself, like plastic surgery. A lot of people I've noticed on in the blogs, they're concerned for her because of the things that she's worn and just she doesn't really speak much. She just shows up and whatever he puts her in, which is kind of concerning because she's half naked or almost like she's pretty much almost naked as she goes out. And I know it's like a fashion statement thing and, you know, Kanye is Kanye, but I feel like it's a little deeper than that. And this reminds me of when he started dressing Kim. Some of the outfits that she wore back then were just, for me, it was a bit much, and I couldn't even believe that she was wearing it. And I was like, okay, well, but that's her husband, and you know he's into fashion, and I thought he was a rapper, but he's into fashion, which you can do multiple things, absolutely. But my concern for her is that this girl's like walking out with her like breasts out. I mean, a lot of women do.
Well, let me pull up the picture here of what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm. She kind of in this picture kind of looks like Kim.
She does not kind of look like him. She looks like him right here.
I mean, he has a
And
type.
I feel like, well, she apparently has had, allegedly, I guess, some plastic surgery to her face so she can look like this. And to me, she's just, excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry. She looks like him big time. Even from an angle, she looks like him. It just, I've looked at it, a lot of pictures of her just to find other pictures of her other than that one that I keep seeing where she's got on that white shirt and her hair's blonde and cut short. And yeah, I hate that picture of her because she's just way better looking than that picture. And from different angles, she looks like him.
Well, the way I see it nowadays is since the inception of the Kardashian and their rise to stardom and fame, as far as that goes, as far as celebrity TV or celebrity reality TV goes, I feel all these women nowadays model themselves after the Kardashian clan. So to me, that's why I said she kind of looks like her, but kind of everybody kind of looks like a wish version of Kim.
I kind of agree, but I disagree with that. Yes, they want to look like a Kardashian, but they want to look specifically like Kim Kardashian, not Courtney or what's the other one's name? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Chloe. Sorry. And I love Chloe. That's like my favorite Kardashian, kind of. But
yeah,
I know you're not a fan. I am. I like the Kardashians based off of just, you know, watching their show. They're funny or whatever. And it was entertaining. At some point, I stopped watching because I grew up and, you know, I was over it. But for me, it's not that they're trying to look like the Kardashians, plural. They're trying to look like Kim Kardashian. And it just, I find it interesting because this is a second person that has been with Kim Kardashian. I may be wrong, but Reggie, what's his name? Reggie Bush?
Yeah, Reggie Bush.
Yeah. His wife now is the spitting image of Kim.
Yeah.
And then she got with this guy, not saying right after, but she got with Kanye, and now he's married to, Bianca Censori, and she looks like him. I'm looking at this picture of her and she looks like him. And what I don't understand is, like, I get the whole fashion thing, you want to post this, but he's got this girl out here looking like this in these streets. And that's the part that I'm just like that's hard for me to understand a little, like, I don't know.
To me, she
I guess
looks.
everybody's got to make a fashion statement. I feel like they got oh yeah, that was my thing, that the reason he married her, or they got married, was because he goes off on these rants. I'm sorry, I cut you off, didn't I?
Sure, but
Sorry. He goes off on these rants. Sorry. He goes off on these rants, and he says some pretty shitty things. And my conspiracy to that is that he married her, promised her fame and fortune. This is just my conspiracy. I have no facts on this, but he promised her fame and fortune, and they got married because they could put him on a conservatorship if they really wanted, like they did Britney Spears, based on his behavior.
who?
His ex-wife, or
Uh,
you know
Honestly, I really don't have much to say about this. I mean, she looks similar to Kim Kardashian. They all women nowadays kind of have that same undertone on how they look. They all kind of every woman I see is like a cookie cutter version, but it's a bad version. So everybody looks like wish versions of
but it's of Kim.
Kim Kardashian. So that's I mean it is what it is. I mean, he has a type, I guess. So
Because I feel like Chloe has her own look.
Chloe looks weird now.
Well, regardless of what she looks like now,
Kourtney looks weird now.
she's got her own look, and Courtney has her own look, and I feel that a lot of people want to look like Kim Kardashian with the long dark hair, wavy, whatever, and the BBLs and yada yada. Because back in our day, when we were kids growing up, that wasn't the thing,
Yeah. Well, the only Kardashian I actually like is the mother, because she's the one that masterminded all of this, and to me, that's a motherfucking hustler.
Go Chris.
The rest of these motherfucking children's are just puppets to the puppet master, which is what's her name? Kardashian. She's a Jenner now.
Jenner.
Yeah, Chris Jenner. She's the puppet master. That's the only one I like. That's the only one I would want to actually.
They did what they had to do.
Hold on.
They made their money.
She's the only one
That's all that I can say about them.
Regardless how they made their money, she's the only one that to me is valid to listen to when it comes to anything, because she's the one that made it happen. Regardless of how the situation went with Ray J and Kim and how that played out, they still got that money. Bottom line. I don't care.
I'm not disagreeing.
I don't care who got mad at what and how many sex tapes there are and which ones came out, which ones didn't came out. Chris made it happen. Regardless of what you think of her as a mother, that's besides the point. I'm looking at them dollar bills that she brought in.
No, I hear you, but that does kind of affect their kids' lives and later on in life. And
whose kids?
Their kids. Like, one day, their children will become adults.
Okay.
And hold on.
No, I'm listening to you. I'm saying okay.
They will become adults,
mm-hmm.
and they will judge their parents for the things that they did, especially when they're trying to prevent them from doing it. Now, I know why their parents are trying to prevent them from doing it, because been there, done that type of thing, trying to avoid whatever situations. Cuando vos vas, yo ya vengo. I've been there and done that, right? So I get that, but that doesn't stop it from happening. And look, I feel, hold on. And I feel that that's going to be an issue, especially for the oldest one, because she already calls Kim out in videos all the time, talks about her, and like she doesn't care. And she's a lot like her father, it seems like, but I'm just basing it off of videos. I don't know this little girl. I don't know these people. I just base it off of what I see, and that's just how it looks.
Well, if Kim had a problem, thought about the future and thought it was going to be a problem, she shouldn't have been on camera with Ray J giving
Well, she
sloppy top.
did, and she
So
did, and it is what it is. But at this
exactly. I
point,
mean, wait, hold on. But
okay.
she went and had sloppy top with Ray J and of course of other things. And if she has some forthright thinking, she would have thought, what if this comes out? Then she went and sold it. So I mean, at that point, she's an adult. She sells it. Then she should also think, what if I have kids? Well, it's too late for all that. So now the only thing that she could do is suck it up like she did them nuts.
Oh, David. Wow.
That's all she could do.
Damn.
At this point, that's all you can do.
I was not expecting that.
That's all she can do. I mean, come on, let's be realistic
Wow.
here. She did a sex tape, and now she's mad that the sex tape is out, and then she goes and boo-hoos
I
and
don't think
cries
she's
about it.
mad.
Hold on.
Oh.
Then she goes and boo-hoos and cries about that sex tape later on down the road. But yet she goes and does nude photography. And she was on the cover of that magazine. Remember where she had her ass out and had the champagne bottle, water, whatever, going backwards over. Yeah. So it's all the same. It's like, what? You're going to pick and choose? You picked and choose when you signed the line and sold your fucking sex tape. Let's be real. So yes, only one I want to hear about is Kris Jenner, because I want to know how she brokered that deal, how she got in touch with the dude to get that deal signed. You know, how she brokered that deal with Seacrest and got them on E Entertainment. You know, I want to hear those things. Kim, great, she can do whatever she wants at this point. She's a billionaire, I guess. I don't know. They got money. Money so tall, all the niggas want to fall. But other than that, hey man, you did it. I mean, lay in your bed.
No, I get that.
As far
I'm not
as
disputing any of that.
as far as Kanye and this girl, Bianca Censori, he's got a type and she's willing to participate in his fuckeries, then hey, that's his wife. Let him live is how I see it. I mean, I don't condone how she dresses, but again, they're all into fashion as well. Okay. I don't find her that attractive.
All right.
That's just my take on it. That's
No,
just my take.
That's cool.
Like, that's just my take. Like, I really don't. I don't see the problem. Like, when people came out, when they were all outraged by her and him in Italy on the little, what is it, gondola? They were like, oh, she's giving fellatio out in the public. And I thought, hey, if they're married, this could be somewhere where it's kind of private and isolated, but somebody's got that telephoto lens and zoomed in on it. So I don't know. That's just my take on it.
Okay.
I'd rather talk to Kris.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, hey, if they're doing fashion and this is what fashion is nowadays, I guess great. I don't know. She looks like a Wish version of Kim.
Okay.
So.
All right. So let's talk about Benzino and Eminem. Take it away.
Oh, so in other news, this week, yeah, your boy Benzino, the old guy in the neighborhood of hip hop, has come out with a diss track called Rap Elvis against Eminem. And it's pretty interesting and that he would do that after so many years. I guess it all started from him saying something slick about Coi Leray, which I don't even know what the slickness is with Coi Leray that he said. I don't. I saw something, but I didn't look into it too deeply because I thought it was like, you know what I mean? So for those that haven't heard it, let's go ahead and review this sucker right now and see what they got to say. This is Benzino, Rap Elvis.
Rock and roll was a black thing until Elvis came and made it different. You can't self-sustain, you too selfish. Wait and listen. You keep saying my name, you put yourself in this position. This what happens when the Celtics play the...
Okay.
I was minding my business. You wasn't making any type of noise these days, so a choice was made. Clout chase Benzino and Coil Ray. You still in your annoying phase. Hey, what do you call it when the man?
So there it is right there. You know, it's talking about clout chasing, Benzino and Coil Ray. But like, who is he? Who is Benzino? You know what I mean? He's like, at this point, he's a celebrity reality show personality.
I only
Like,
know him from Love and Hip Hop. I don't know him from music at all. If he made something, I've never heard it.
So Benzino was I don't know if he's the co-founder, but I know he owned and operated the Source magazine. So that's who Benzino is. He also did come out with a rap group that went fucking wood. Yeah. I mean, it didn't. We here on the West Coast was not bumping the Benzino at that point in time.
Yeah, I've never heard of him until I watched Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, I don't know how popular he was in other regions, but over here on this side of Weston and Normandy, it went wood. So,
All right, I'm gonna keep going.
play it.
You know, and Coil Ray, you still in your annoying phase. Hey, what do you call it when the man that stands is a stand? Help me coin the phrase. I am the culture. You don't even be around. You don't even come outside. You don't even see a town. I swear Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts so far?
No, that's no. I really, it's so bad already. It's just, he's so slow. It's geriatric rap. Like, yeah, no, that's how I see it.
Okay.
Like, he's like, he's the beginning of rap is just,
He's Jive Turkey Bars.
yeah, Jive Turkey Bars. Yeah.
Okay.
I swear Bezel said the M don't be showing the city love. Why you ain't got no words for him, huh? He in your city, bro. I wonder why. We want to see. Just say something, please. Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets?
You ain't really from them streets, huh? Okay. I don't think Eminem is from them streets at this point in time. I mean, he's multi-platinum selling artist. Well, fuck would he want to be in the streets for?
This shit is weak.
Could it be possibly that you ain't really from them streets? I was born and raised in my city. You shouldn't come for me. I don't know where you from. Let's say Missouri loves company. I'm probably more Detroit.
Well,
Did he say Missouri loves company?
yeah. Yeah.
So
He's saying that Eminem may not really be from Detroit, that he's from Missouri. And I think Eminem originally was from Missouri, but they ended up moving to Detroit when he was a kid. But,
whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'm disgusted.
yeah.
This is.
Keep playing it. Keep playing it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Cause these real niggas know me. I was with YBI in 86. Yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Something about drugs.
What the fuck did he say? I didn't even hear shit.
Know me. I was with YBI in 86. Yeah, that's my OGs. Four Corners, Columbia Point. My young boys had the Moseys on Dexter with the bomb boys close to me. Okay, you found 50 and you put on 5 Detroit niggas. Rest in peace to the best ones. The rest of them sound iffy.
And I'm gonna tell you, I like the beat. The beat kind of rock.
No, I don't like the beat. I don't
I
like
like
any
it.
of it. It's garbage. It's trash. But that's just my little old opinion.
Keep going.
So let's go down your stable. Gun left your label. Benny left your label. Khan left your label. Royce left your label. Joe Button left your label.
Retired.
Ortiz left your label. No crooked eye couldn't save you. Yellow.
So he just named off all these rappers that were on Shady Records. Started with Benny the Butcher, Conway, The Machine. They're out of Griselda. I think it's B More. then he, mentioned some other MCs, Crooked Eye, Joey Ortiz, Joe Budden. Joe Budden retired, is now doing podcasts, so he even said he's retired because Pump It Up was the only real Joe Budden hit. Let's go.
Whooping out there flopping, and where the hell Cash is at though? Heard from only twice, and not a word from Stat Quo. With all them forced lines that you pitched them, Shady records sound like less of a name and more like a description. Chain here, a feature there, aside of that, what did he do? And why this cat don't get the type criticism that did he do? Huh? Y'all see what all this corny rap shit do to you? Since you so hip hop, then you should.
So with the line, why doesn't he get the same look that Diddy do? Well, Diddy is alleged to be a sexual predator. So, and Diddy is also alleged to take all your masters in publishing. Bad boy, take that. Shady, I don't know what Shady Records does, but it is what it is. That's the rap industry. That's the industry, music industry anyway. I mean, you come in as a new artist, you typically don't get any of
for
that.
everything, and they take it all in the beginning until you give them their money, make their money back.
Yeah,
that's what I've always known it to be. I think you just don't read the contract, and that's your fault. That's like going to buy a car. You got to read the fine print.
Yeah.
Not just, sign on the dotted line. You got to read everything.
Well, it's like this. Somebody also mentioned this to me. Well, not mentioned it, but I overheard someone saying this, and it makes total sense. You got these people in that are young artists, hungry, ain't got a dollar to their name, and then you get a record label that's going to front you, 500,000, 1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they take the money.
And is that what all these young rappers are out here doing? They're taking the money, and do they make music anymore?
So a lot of them do. a lot of them.
Not to be dissing anybody, I just don't listen to it, so I don't know. But like I said, I see the blogs and I see these people with chains and diamonds and all this shit, and I'm like, but where's the music?
So when you're a young artist and you sign to a major record label, you're getting fronted the money to make them money.
Yeah.
And a lot of them make bad investment choices because they're financially illiterate, and that it is what it is. It is what it is. But you got some artists that are completely independent and use the major label as a distributor. Mm-hmm. So they kind of go into a partnership deal. Mm-hmm. But with the 360 deal that is prevalent now, the record label wants basically your soul and your left nut with it. You know what I mean? So none of this stuff, if they're not recouping any money back from the record sales, that all they got was that, and everything that they use under that money, they think that the record label is comping, but they're not comping that. It's coming out of your budget, and your budget could be whatever you're signed to your deal. So the only way you really make money in the music industry is if you go completely independent. That's one. Or if you stay on the road, or you blow up and you go platinum, you go diamond, and you recoup immediately. But that's not the average. That's not the norm. No, those are, when you caught lightning in a bottle as an artist, and you go platinum, you go diamond, you go double diamond.
There's nothing like an artist who's hungry. They always come out with the best shit in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And then once they got that money, it just seems like it just kind of dwindles. Not for every artist, but for most.
Yeah, second album curse is real. Mm-hmm. Some artists, they don't do that. Some artists stay hot for a long time, but you're hot until you're cold.
I mean, it just depends on how talented you are, how much drive you have.
Yeah.
Is this a for now dream or is this a forever dream?
Yeah. So
All right, let's keep going with
So
Benzino.
I was gonna say, let's go ahead and continue this. We got 3 minutes left. Roll them.
Went to Nipsey funeral. If you support 50, then why you ain't go to Smoke funeral? And now you spitting gum bars, boy, I really throw 2 in you. Talk about I catch it straight. You pull it and squeeze. I've been shot multiple times. What's a bullet to me? Looking at me. Trust my process. I am here to cook in these streets. You missing season like you rookie and bees. You call out.
So, yeah. I mean,
he's not even on beat though. Like,
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he's giving it his best shot here.
all right, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm not really impressed.
And this is part 2. There's a part 1.
I don't know about the part 1. I think part 1 was when they first battled back in the 90s.
Oh my God, this is from the 90s.
Yeah, this is like 98, 99.
Never heard of it.
Early 2000 when they first went at each other. You know, when M came
That
out,
was
he
in
was
the
dissing
2000s though.
When M first
Wasn't
came,
it?
well, M came out. I think he came out in 98, 99. And then he dropped. I think he dropped his second album in 2000. Maybe 2001.
All right. Well, your timeline be fucked up, so
Yeah,
unless
but
you got it.
Well, here's the
hard
thing.
facts.
Well,
you know.
well, here's the thing. I
So
I heard Eminem before his official release.
Okay.
So that's why it's kind of confusing for me a little bit on a timing perspective. But I heard him before. I thought he was a black dude when I first heard him, but then I found out he was a white guy, and it was like, oh shit, okay, cool. I thought it was dope then. But then, you know, he dissed a lot of people. He dissed a lot of pop artists. It's just his style.
It was a Bobby Caldwell situation.
Yeah, it really was. Go ahead.
Women, black bitches, then play the victim when there's distrust. You keep using the art form that we created to diss us. They try to rewrite history, make you Elvis.
So that narrative about him using the art form to diss us, and they say that about a lot of non-black artists. I don't know if that's the case anymore. Like, to me, I don't feel like Eminem is that person. I could be wrong. I don't know this man, you know, personally. But back when I was growing up, one of those situations where I thought they were using the art form and cultural appropriation was, I don't know if anybody's old enough or even in depth with hip hop enough that watches us that knows the group Young Black Teenagers.
I remember.
They had a song called Pop the Bottle and Twist the Cap. And they were not black at all, but their title of their group was called Young Black Teenagers. And to me, that was cultural appropriation at its finest. Because whoever in the label thought that was acceptable to have them as a group with that name.
If somebody did that today, social media would tear their asses to shreds.
Yeah.
But because there was no social media back then, they got away with it. They've done that shit forever.
Oh, of course. But I'm just saying
Forever.
that specific thing is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So when he says this, I mean, Eminem has put on a lot of black artists. You know, he's put on 50 Cent to the level that he put him on. He put on Big Sean. He put on Royce the 5'9". He put on Obi Trice. He put on Joel Ortiz. He put on.
All right, and the list goes on and
The list
on.
goes on. So he's put on a lot of people. Even the group D12, he put them on. So it's whether they did anything with their career or not. That's, to me, that's not on Eminem.
That's up to them. Yeah.
That's on the artist. Like,
yeah, for sure.
he can't, as a man, he can't just hold this man's hand and
Forever.
And tell him this is how you do it. I mean, no, I put you on. I got you in front of the camera. I got you the looks. I got your album out. I
You
felt
gotta keep the sauce going. If you ain't got the juice, then you ain't got the juice.
I can't help you.
Yeah. All right.
hip hop. But in the store, Slim should be on the shelves next to Slipknot. You say you come from battle rap, but why you don't support none of these battle cats? Drake be at the smack events where your ass was at.
Yeah, whatever. Drake's always gone to the battle rap events for URL. Why Eminem doesn't do it? I mean, Eminem's a bigger, well, at the time that, I don't know if Drake still does it, but at the time that Drake was doing it, he wasn't a bigger artist than Eminem. You got to think, when it comes to a bigger artist, you're not going to go and watch, let's just say you had a pop battle competition. You're not going to see Michael Jackson there. You know what I mean? You're not going to see Madonna there, like in their heyday. You're not going to see them go to those things. I mean, who they are is why they can't go. So I don't know. Excuse me. Shit, the dust. Cue the music.
Drake be at the smack events where your ass was at. Room full of hood niggas back to back and it's action packed. And a pop rapper smack dab in the middle. Imagine that. Last time you battled shit was like 22 years ago versus Marv 1. What was the outcome?
Maybe because he was trying to get out there and he was hot and he was young and that's what they do. Why the fuck would he go backwards? That's how I look at it.
Hey, like I said, at this point in time in Eminem's career, he's a very large artist and he's just not going to be able to go to certain things. Not going to be able to go to.
I just don't understand how this is a thing. Like, all right.
Look at what happened with Proof. He died in the streets when he was too big to be in them streets. Regardless of what he was doing, where he was at, how he was, if he was drinking, if he wasn't, came from a club, he was at a pool hall, whatever the situation may be, he was too big to be out there in them streets at that point in time when he was killed.
Okay.
And that's, to me, I just see it like that. Like there's wolves out at a certain hour, and if you're that big of an artist and you're by yourself, you think the wolves ain't gonna eat?
No, for sure.
So,
all right.
Come with that matchup, Marv 1. You been afraid, you ain't no renegade fam, and you duck my clipper blades, cause you ain't with the fade fam. Me, you and Royce can box, 2-on-1, y'all get the same hands. I'm in the trench with weight bands, so when I lift them, they land. I've been a made man, you little mangy minute made man, and I'm pissing.
That line is hilarious.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Benzino's only 5'3". Eminem's
My
5'8".
height? I'm 5'3".
And he called Eminem a little man, and he's Eminem's taller than him. He's 5'3".
All in your lyrical lemonade stand. My nigga Young Z dissed you. Milkbone dissed you. Last Emperor dissed you. Pace One dissed you. Real lyricist, but you ain't go back at them, did you? Cause you would rather battle pop stars to get your issue. You like to pick the low-hanging fruit. Let's get this clear. You diss Elton John, your mom, your ex, Britney Spears. You diss Lana Del Rey, fam.
Didn't he do a song with Elton John afterwards? If I'm not mistaken, I remember him and Elton John did a performance together.
I was gonna say that I think they squashed the beef, but
yeah, and then they did a performance together. But whatever.
All right.
Moby, Iggy, not Iguodala, the white broad. Is you shitting me? Will Smith, Nick Cannon, Insane Clown Posse. A retired Joe Button. When I tell a lie, stop me. Machine Gun Kelly, that boy damn near whipped you. Come on, dog. How Vanilla Ice gon' dish you? If you thought your rap bars was hard, you really need to grow up. You just plain
So yeah, Vanilla Ice did do that.
Who gives a fuck?
It's Vanilla Ice.
Look.
Yeah.
If I was Eminem, and I had the money Eminem had, and I had the skill that Eminem had, why would I give a fuck about what anybody had to say about me? Like, I don't give a fuck now. Yeah. And I ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Yeah. Like, you're irrelevant in this motherfucking life, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So you can say whatever the fuck you want about me, diss me, and all this bullshit. Why the fuck would I clap back to someone who's irrelevant to me?
Because
So
Benzino's trying to get out of celebrity TV.
no. I get that. I get why he's doing it. I'm talking about Eminem.
Yeah.
While he's sitting here calling him out, you didn't say shit, blah 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 blah. Like, why the fuck would he? Like,
You're not even
for
pinging
me,
my radar.
exactly. I'm above it, bitch. I'm looking down on you.
Literally.
Like, yeah. So anyway, going.
Roll him.
Eminem, you ain't got no nuts, huh? This shit about to get rid.
From down there, you could see.
Dog on you, get the dogs on you. The bark on you, dog on you, dog. As soon as you log on, you got them locked on you.
What?
What?
The fuck did he say?
Get the dogs on you, the bark on you, dog on you, dog. As soon as you log on, you got them locked on you. Like the laws on you. As soon as your thoughts dawned on you.
Oh my god. She sells by the
You can't even say it
I
right.
can't even say it. She sells seashells by the seashore. That's kind of how it sounded. That's how it sounded. Like, man.
Keep it going.
All right.
Keep it going.
The problem on your hands now, cause I got it solved on you. Don't make me fucking call Benzino dog on you. I am really outside in this recluse.
Yeah.
So my thing about rap is that why do you keep using the same fucking line over and over again? Like, did you hear that shit?
Yeah, I heard it.
That shit was like, he said that shit like 1,000 times in a matter of seconds.
So I'm trying to figure out why would Benzino call Benzino's dog on him? Isn't he Benzino? So wouldn't it have been, don't make me call my dog on you?
He speaks in the third person.
Or does Benzino also have a dog named Benzino?
I don't know. I don't know much about that man, but what he was on Love and Hip Hop, and the minutes he was on that.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Get out more. I run the outdoors and I can vouch for anyone that been down I can account for. And how about your mine will finally be off of my neck with my hand squeezed around yours.
All right. So that's the end of the song. So that
shit was whack as fuck.
So
Or should I say AF?
So let me tell you. So now that you heard it,
Yeah.
it's come to light that Benzino didn't even write this shit. That he's doing a Cassidy impression because Cassidy was the ghostwriter that wrote this. And this is why the song sounds the way it sounds and the way the flow is the way the flow is. Because
Why is he so slow rapping?
Because he's doing a bad impersonation of Cassidy. So Cassidy rhymes like that where he'll use the same word at the end of each rhyme, but in before that in rhyme, he's multi-rhyming inside of the rhyme.
I guess.
That's the thing that Cassidy does. He does it very well, and it sounds good when he does it. When Benzino does it, it does not sound that good. It's a bad
Sorry,
version.
Benzino, but no.
So, would you said like why if I'm Eminem, why would I even look down and battle back at clap back at Benzino? I feel it's because Eminem knows that Benzino didn't write this shit and he's doing a bad Cassidy impersonation, and Cassidy's been trying to battle Eminem for forever. So the real battle to me, I say all this to say that, is Cassidy versus Eminem. That's where the real battle comes. Now Cassidy he's a battle rapper now full time. He's no longer just a regular, rapper. I prefer to see that. I mean, if this song Rap Elvis gets Eminem fired up to want to battle back to Cassidy, then I'm all for it. But if he's gonna just do a diss song to Benzino, I don't really want to hear it. It's not.
This was garbage.
It's not worth it. I mean,
I don't even like the music. You like the music.
I
I'm
like the beat.
Straight.
Here's the thing. Because I know who Cassidy is, when I listen to this and listen to the lyric content, and formulate my thought as in, if this is Cassidy saying, this would have been dope. This would have
Okay.
been really hard,
Hold on.
but
Let me
it's
ask you
not.
this though: Is the would the delivery be the same, or would
No.
the hold on,
Uh-huh.
or would the delivery just be a lot cleaner, smoother? Because it's actually how he.
Yeah. So it would be a lot
Okay.
cleaner, a lot smoother, a lot uh
So this
sound
is him
better.
trying to
It's
do
as if
what?
it's as if I wrote you some lyrics and told you to rap it, but rap it like I rap it, but you can't. You're struggling trying to do it.
Mm.
So you're giving me your best impersonation, but your best just isn't enough.
No. Okay.
So that's what this is to me. When I listen to it, this is Benzino trying to rap like Cassidy, who I feel wrote these bars for him, ghost written. It's already come out that Benzino has already come out and said that he had a ghostwriter for this,
For what though?
because Benzino sucks.
Okay, but I'm saying, what's the point of having? Why do that then, if you can't even do it yourself?
Because in 2024, Benzino needs some clout to get some money put into his pockets, because he must be broke if he's doing this. And I guess he's trying to defend the honor of his daughter, which, from what I understand, his daughter really don't mess with him. For whatever reason that is, I could be wrong, but that's the
Again,
last thing
back
I
to the
heard.
blogs, they be on and off.
Yeah.
That from what I've gathered.
So I think the on and off is because she has no choice, because it's her daddy.
Yeah.
That's her daddy. But other than that, she don't really get down with him like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is the only way to get him some shine and maybe get in her good graces by dissing Eminem. But let's be honest, this wasn't the best thing, and it would have been better if we would have just heard Cassidy drop this and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna diss Eminem out the blue just to do it." I would have
It
respected
would
it
have been
more.
better for me to never have heard this shit, because it was just not good. It was trash, really.
Yeah,
Why would I pay anybody to write something for me and it come out like this? Like, this shit ain't hard. This shit ain't dope. This shit is garbage. Like, it's just, man, I ain't getting that time back.
again, he's trying to do his best impression.
I don't give a fuck what he's trying to do.
of
Like,
Cassidy.
what I'm saying is, it's trash.
Look-
And whoever told him that this was okay to do is like fucked up, because I wouldn't let you come out doing this shit. I wouldn't, man. No. It's a hard no, David. You cannot post this shit on the internet. It's embarrassing. You sound weak as fuck. You sound slow. No.
Like
No.
the game also dissed Eminem last year, and the game can rap and everything. I like the game. He's dope. Like, I think he's a dope rapper.
I
But
think he's only had one song that I liked.
But he dropped this Eminem diss, and he was imitating Eminem's flow, cadence, and style, and it was like, what? And what is this hot garbage? This is hot garbage juice. You can do better. Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. So
Something to that effect.
So as far as I'm concerned, I do not want to continue to hear another Benzino diss record to Eminem. I will listen to Eminem response if he does want to drop a response. I don't really care to hear it. I will.
If he does, and if it's dope, tell me. If not, don't tell me shit.
Yeah. And
'Cause this was weak sauce.
and since this is the week of the battles, rap battles, the last week, I guess, or whatever, we had Meg and Nicki, and so far Meg has not dropped a response song since then, and it's looking
I
kind
don't
of.
see the point. I mean, her gains are showing, and they're outshining Nicki.
Well,
Hold on, let me just say this real quick. Everybody's shitting on Nicki. Like, it
No,
just
absolutely.
makes her look bad. She made herself look bad, and some person came out with their own song on TikTok, and it basically called her out, and it's kind of looking sad for Nicki Minaj.
Well, I feel like there should be a nail in the coffin diss song, either if Meg can pull it off, if not, whatever. But she needs a whole diss song.
I'm
That
back.
her,
No, she don't.
yeah.
I'm back to bitch, you're irrelevant. Like, why the fuck would no? Why would you do that? But
Well,
that's just me. Again, that's me. You know, I'm not gonna acknowledge people who are irrelevant. And that's how I feel they may be thinking, like, why the fuck would I acknowledge you? You're beneath me.
well, that's what Nikki should have done to begin with, because what she dropped was some
So what?
it's questionable.
She
questionable bullshit.
okay, so Meg never said anybody's name. She took that shit personally. She's just mad. She's over here. Apparently, people across the internet are saying she's a fucking cokehead. So maybe that's what she's on. Alleged cokehead. I said off the internet. Say I knew, or
Yeah,
somebody
we gotta
told
throw that
me.
alleged in there.
Like nobody told me. I saw on the internet. In the interwebs, you know,
Yeah.
like it's all over the internet that she's this, she's that, she's doing drugs, yada yada.
Yeah.
But you know, she's a hater.
Yeah.
That's just what it boils down to. Meg never said anybody's fucking name. No names.
Yeah.
She called shit out that was very clear on who she was talking about. But that Megan's Law line, I really don't feel like that was towards Nicki Minaj. I think she took it that way because she surrounds herself, with sex offenders. That's her problem. You know, if I post something on my social media and somebody unfollows me or blocks me or whatever based off of that post, it wasn't about them. It's because I like the post.
No, I get it.
But,
I get it.
you
I get
know,
what you're saying. I'm just saying.
If the shoe fits, you know.
I'm just saying, with hip hop, you need a full diss track, and that
You
wasn't.
don't need to do motherfucking
Again, Meg's song was great. Nicki's was not, but to fully take all the steam out of Nicki's sales, if she dropped a full diss song and sheathed her like Remy Ma did, it'd be over. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna bring this up real quick while we hear what's up with Remy Ma and Papoose. Like,
I didn't really follow that story. I don't know.
I keep seeing that she's not with him anymore, that she's cheated and all this. I don't know, so that's why I'm asking. I know you know more about hip hop than I do, so I was just curious to know. Do you know anything about that going on? Because she's out here like living her best life, and I don't see Papoose anywhere. But you know. I don't know.
Only thing I know is she allegedly cheated on him with a battle rapper, and allegedly Papoose punched him all in his mouth, and that's as far as I know about it. I didn't follow that story because it wasn't something that
it's all alleged. I mean, that's
no, it's not even that. It's just I didn't even care to.
No. I understand. I'm just saying it's all alleged. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I keep seeing it again in the blogs. I go in there when they posted her recently, I think today, on the Shade Room, and I see people commenting on her, talking about what she's doing and what she's wearing, and she got herself a new body, and this is all these messages that are on there. It's not, I don't know anybody connected to her, but that's what they're saying. And that she's, I've been seeing it. It's just been popping up here and there that she's fucked around behind his back, that she fucked around with some guy that she was doing battle rap with, or something like that. And it's just kind of lingered, but at the same time, it fizzles away and I don't see any more. And then it comes back up, and I seen on, I think it was the Shade Room. They did a spread, kind of just some pictures of Papoose, and, they made him look like he was single. And I'm just like, wait, are they together or are they not? Like, it's because the way he looked like he was single, but it's just a picture of him. I don't know. So I was just curious to know if you knew anything about them, because I'm curious about that too. I watched them on Love and Hip Hop. I love that shit. So I watched it and they were on it, and
Yeah, I don't follow hip hop relationships like that. Doesn't really float my interest. I want to hear about music. I don't really care about who they're fucking and who they're dating. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me. I want to hear what The reason why I follow you and like you as a hip hop artist is because of the music. I don't care about
Your personal
your
life.
personal life as far
Well, I
as who
guess I do, so that's why I'm asking.
then that's as much as I know is
Got it.
she was messing around with one of these battle rappers,
Supposedly.
allegedly messing around with one of these battle rappers. Papoose ended up finding out, confronted the dude, punched the dude all in his faces, and from there, that's all I know, and it's all alleged.
Yeah, no,
I've
I hear
never
you.
followed up on it. Again, I don't follow that type of thing when it comes
All right.
to
I
artists.
heard it the first time. I was just asking.
Okay, but if it's something relevant that I want to, as far as the relationship goes, and yeah, I'll look at it. But yeah,
Okay,
I
that
don't
was
know.
it. So, all right, so let's move on from that. Let's talk about UMG and the Tiki Taki.
So yeah, for those people that don't know, UMG Universal Music Group is pulling all their songs or sounds from all their artists um, for their content. Um, and it's because UMG and TikTok have a dispute right now on that regarding what TikTok should be paying Universal. And if you don't know, Universal is one of, if not the largest um, record labels, distributors, whatever you want to call it. That's them. Your favorite artist is probably on Universal to some degree. Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, Nirvana, a few others, just to name a few. So they have these negotiations that they're having where, they want TikTok to pay their fair due, and TikTok saying, well, maybe I shouldn't be paying you. I should be paying the artist. I would instead of you. But if Universal owns the rights to that music or is working as an agent for the artist for the rights of that music, then TikTok doesn't have really a leg to stand on unless TikTok goes and starts making deals direct with artists and have them distribute new music. Now that I said it, watch it be on there. So that they can do side projects specifically for TikTok, and TikTok has that music specific, that which would be dope. But also, what I've heard is that the AI people are using AI to mix and make music for their video content, and it's not great. There's no lightning in that bottle that they can that they can harness so far as what it sounds like, and some of these people accounts, they're getting the music that was on there stripped, so it's just a silent video of them doing either a dance or it's mouthing, lip singing to uh, no sound.
I hope they took their background sound off.
You hear the washing machine in the
Right?
background.
The music was loud enough to cover it up. But now there's no music. You hear that shit.
Right. So I think it's interesting. I think that's gonna open up a door, and I think one of the things that TikTok could do to circumvent that would be to go directly to direct to artists and have them sign a contract to do music directly through them that is exclusive to TikTok, which would be interesting.
No, I agree. I find it interesting that a lot of these people that are in the entertainment business don't do this on their own and still go to people like Capitol Records and, Universal Music Giant Corporation,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that to put their, especially now, you know,
Well,
you have platforms like Amazon who you can stream through there and put your shit up there. And I mean, look at Nipsey Hussle.
well, the thing is, like something like Amazon, Apple, Spotify, those are just distributors.
Yeah, but they
So
distribute the music.
yeah, so you got to get your music onto the distributor. That's one thing, which it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do at all. But the other thing that happens is, I mean, you're asking broke artists to fund their own campaign, and they can't. When you have a machine behind them, like a Universal, like a Def Jam, like a Sony.
Yeah.
You have a budget that you can do things with
No,
now.
of course.
Versus having a grassroots budget that you may not be able to do anything. And if
And
your
then you
music,
go turn around and complain and say that they didn't pay you or they're not paying you and all this drama, and now they're pulling their fucking music, and now, you know, you're not going to get paid for that. And but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. I totally understand what you're saying, but again, I'm back to Nipsey Hussle. You know, he owned his masters.
Nipsey was an independent artist. He went into a deal, I think it was with Def Jam Interscope for distribution. Another big artist, Tech Nine, is he's an independent artist as well. You know, does his own thing. You can do it.
Says a lot about who they are and what they really wanted out of life, and they made it happen for themselves.
And a lot of artists like older artists as well, who already have a baked in fan base, they're leaving the record labels to go independent. See, in this day and age, you don't need a record label to get your music out as an artist. You just have to have the will and the drive to get it out there. And a lot of artists don't have that. But at the same time, a lot of artists may need the machine behind them to get them that fan base, to grow their fan base to where they want it to be. Again, you don't need an artist. You don't need a record label. And with TikTok, one of the things that TikTok and like Instagram, these socials are doing with music, having their stuff on socials, it's kind of like a sideways promotion of their music, because when you got a video that goes viral with whatever song on it, it tends to trend and trickle down to other people that post on social to end up using that same music, and it just keeps getting recycled, and you continue to have that, you know, you can continue to have new listeners check into your music, or you have your music hitting more people, so it becomes one of those things where you may be somewhere and hear that song and remember it, like, oh, I remember this, who is this artist, you know, blah blah blah,
Yeah,
because you saw it on a video that you saw on a social and you liked it. And that's one of the tools that artists are using with socials and having their music on places like TikTok and IG and X, formerly known as Twitter. Even I think YouTube, maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah.
well, I feel like that about the movie industry as well, because some of these people are blackballed, and, you know, they get nothing, they get no work thrown their way. And I think to myself that they were making money at some point, but why not fund themselves? A lot of people have done it. They've done that, where they've actually funded themselves and worked hard for them to be able to get to that point. Wasn't Sylvester Stallone homeless at some point, trying to make it? And I think he'd made a movie and was still like living check to check, you know, like,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, he worked with movie companies, but he wrote a movie.
I think he did. I think he wrote Rocky. I could be wrong. The first one. Could be wrong. But I know for a fact that Michael Jai White writes and does his own movies. Black Dynamite is one of them.
And that's what I'm talking about. So when you got, that's why I don't understand the whole Monique and all of that. Like, why isn't she doing this shit for herself? Why is she out here like begging for celebrities to take her back and to forgive or forget, or I don't even know what the fuck she's doing, but like, why are you out here talking to these people like that? They don't give a fuck. Go out there and do that shit yourself. You know, I love her. She's great. She's hilarious. She's smart. She's funny. She's talented. Why are you asking anybody for anything? Go out there and do that shit yourself.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever.
I think she
What the
is.
fuck do
I
I
think
know?
she is on that page now. But
She
I know what you're
should have
talking
been on
about.
that motherfucking
Yeah.
page the moment they said, fuck you, bitch, you're out. That would have been it for me. I would have been like, all right, so nobody wants to fuck with me. All right, let me see what I can do on my end. You know, since I have my own money to do these things. you know, and try to make something happen. But it seems like she just sat on that whole like, I don't have to apologize. I ain't got to do shit. My status is what it is, and that's how I feel. That's kind of how she came off.
Basically, what you're saying is, she, instead of her trying to beg for a job, she should have made her own job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your own fucking job. Like, man, you are so talented. What the fuck are
Yeah.
you doing? And you over here telling Netflix not to pay you like the amount that they're willing. Start off there. Maybe the next check would have been the amount that you wanted.
Yeah.
But, you know, what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just here talking shit.
Well, on that note, I think that we'll call this one a wrap for this one. So if you got a TikTok, hope you got sound.
Damn.
If you're Benzino, put the mic down.
Oh my God, Dave. Wow.
And that's all I got for my rhymes right now. So it's been a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Tune in next week for the next
Whatever
installment.
fuckery comes around.
Peace.
Peace.